start walking around the flat now, and the flat is filthy. So when I go, even on this contract now, I'll go to people's yards and that, and like most people, by my standard, they live dirty. They live messy, they live dirty. But there's another standard of filth. It's where they're so dirty, mental health, yeah? Because a black man that goes to the gym, which means he somewhat cares about himself, should not be living like that. I'm not saying this to be Buckingham Palace. I'm not saying you should be able to eat your food off the floor. But the house was so filthy, I'm like, yeah, mental health. That's why he bangs out gym like that. He's a madman, just, yeah, just all day long and that. He's a madman still. Creepiest tenants I've ever come across, episode 2. Now, in the first episode, I strongly recommend you go and watch that one before you watch this. But in the first episode, I left you guys with a cliffhanger. I'm back from my Makita drill. Yeah. So, I've driven back now. I'm driving fast. I'm like, fuck, man, I need to get in and get out. And pulled up. Had to walk through some little park. And as I'm approaching the flat block, I know his window, yeah, because initially when I went into the flat block, I know what number I'm looking for, but I don't know the position of the flat door. But now I know that his flat is at the front. So as I'm approaching the flat block, I can see him standing by the curtains, but like peeking through the curtains. And as I got closer, and that he quickly snatched the curtains back and that. Anyway, so I've let myself in through the security door and that. And I already had my screwdriver ready. Because you don't know what's going to happen. Man's a madman, he might, yeah. Seriously, I had my screwdriver ready, you know. So anyway, I've gone up the stairs. And I've knocked on the door. I just start hearing the bolts and the latches and that. And the man's opened the door. And I'm going to continue and tell you what happened in the next episode. Stay away, it's a ton. I was just messing with you lot. So I went back to get my drill. As I've pulled up on the estate, I've got out of the car, I walked through the little path, the little park. And the guy wasn't standing at the window. I was just messing about. But I did go into the block. And I had my screwdriver ready. You don't know what this guy's on. He might have thought, oh, what, is he going to come back to do this and do that? You don't know what's going on in this guy's head. He's got schizophrenia and that. So, yeah, I just knocked the door. He opened it up and he was like, oh, I sorted it out. Here's your drill. Thanks for coming back anyway. Much appreciated. And that was that. So, no craziness, nothing like that. So anyway, as I said in the previous video, man's worked in social housing for like 12, 13 years. Met thousands of tenants. Worked in different counties. Worked in different London boroughs. Met lots of people. Seen a lot of things. And one time I was working up in the Midlands. And the contract that I was on, they give you the tenant's address, they give you the tenant's name, and they give you the tenant's phone number. And when they give you the schedule, they give it to you the previous day. So let's say, for example, it's Thursday today. On Thursday evening, they will give me Friday's work. So I know where I'm going the previous day, which is good. So now I can plan out my routes and that. So like I said, they give you the tenant's address, name and number. So that evening, you know, the day before test, I'm just looking through, you know, the list of names and the addresses and that. You know, you see Paul, you see Kevin, you see John, you see Emily, you see Susan. And there was just one name. It just stood out. There was one particular tenant. His name was Tyrone. And as soon as I saw his name, I knew he was going to be black and I knew he was going to be a problem. So anyway, I don't phone the tenants like the previous day. I phoned them on the day. So on that morning of the job, I phoned him up and I said, yeah, it's the electrician. He said, oh, you're the electrician, yeah? Yeah, come when you're ready. I'm waiting for you. Cool. He sounded all cool, calm, collected and that. And these are the ones you need to worry about. You don't need to worry about the tenants, because trust me, even working up here in Northampton, I phone up the tenants and that, and they know they're talking to a black man. They're like, what, you the electrician, yeah? Wait, you coming now? Yeah, come true, blood. They start, you know what I mean, innit? They try to talk tough on the phone. You don't need to worry about them man that talking tough on the phone. Be worried about the man them who are all cool, calm, collected. They tell you a little quick story. There was a Manchester gangster called Dale Krieger. He was on job, yeah? He was getting people down, and his signature move was he would get you down and he would throw grenades on you. Yeah? Imagine having beef with someone that throws grenades at people. There was a video, I saw it in a local documentary I watched. Him and his brethren, they sprayed up some house. You saw the CCTV, brrr, brrr, they ran off. He come running back a minute later, 30 seconds later, threw 2 grenades, bam, bam. They were telling stories during this documentary how you spray people up and then throw a grenade on them, bam. There was even an Edmonton older that was running around apparently in Edmonton with a grenade one time in it. But so anyway, still on this Dale Krieger guy, yeah, this one needs to be careful of people that act all cool, calm, collected on the phone. He was wanted and he knew he was going to get nicked. So what he decided to do was, he was the one-eyed gangster. Yeah, he had one eye. They took his eye out in like Thailand or somewhere like that. He made a barber cut his hair because when he took his mugshot, he wanted to look in his best condition. Yeah. So he phoned up the police, and you could hear the live recording, the actual audio. Yeah. He rang up the police and he said, "Yeah, I think someone's just smashed my back window. Like I've seen them run at the back of my house." So the operator said, "Oh, okay, so was it a white male or a black male?" I was like, "Nah, I think he was white. He had his hood on his head, but I think it was a white male and that." The operator said, "So which direction did he go in? Did he head towards Springfield Estate?" He said, "No, he went the other way. He went through Clissold Park." Yeah. He said, "All right, cool." The operator said, "What was he wearing?" He said he was wearing a grey tracksuit. Was he on his own? Yeah, he was on his own. Cool. So anyway, they said, right, the operator said, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a unit, i.e. police, to go and look for this person. Regardless of what happens, they're going to come and take a statement from you, regardless if they catch him or not. There was no one that smashed his window. He's lying. He set them up. Now, he was hoping that the police officers were going to be men. Because if you phone the police, you expect men to turn up. They weren't men, they were women. And they reenacted the situation. Again, he sounded all cool, calm, collected on the phone. You would never think, what was about to happen was going to happen. They showed you a reenaction and that. These little white police officers, women, they got out of the car all happy and that. Obviously, they circled the block. They didn't find anyone because he made it up. He opened up the front door as they were approaching the house. Brrr, brrr, threw 2 bombs on them. Bam, bam, blew up their bodies. Mad. So you've got to be careful, yeah, when you talk to people on the phone and you're going to go and visit them and they sound all cool, calm, collected and that, yeah? Those are the mad ones, yeah? Don't worry about the man, them. I had to tell, yeah, man, yeah, took in at the side of their neck and that, trying to... But these tenants, they joke, man. They told me about their jail tales and that, but I never asked you about your jail thing. So anyway, boom. So, phoned him up, this Tyrone guy. Cool, calm, collected. He said, yeah, cool, come down, innit? So, boom. So anyway... I've gone down there, gone upstairs in this flat block, and his front door was filthy. Like, no black man should be living like that. Yeah, the front door was filthy. So I'm like, this is not right. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, I knew he was gonna be not right, and he said, "Oh, something in it." So boom. So he's answered the door. He's come to the front door, and he's stocky. Yeah, he's wham. Yeah, he bangs out gym proper. So he's like, "Well, you're the electrician?" Yeah, I say, "Yeah." So anyway, he's like, "Yeah, come." So anyway, he said, yeah, respect for coming still. And he's put his fist out to give me for me to spud him. So he's put his fist out, I put my fist out, then he's punched my fist. Not like that, he didn't punch my fist that hard, but what I'm saying is he hit my fist hard. He's just being extra. Certain man, you've had it before. As a man, you go to shake a man's hand, and you'll really try and snap your fingers in 6 places and that. Some idiot business, yeah? I hate when I come across man that do that nonsense. Yeah, a firm handshake, but not you're trying to break a man's hand. This is some dumb male ego. What do they call it? I think there was like a Latin American, like what do they call him? a Latino man, and I think his name was Machismo. I don't know if this was a real person or a fictitious character, but he's one of them man there that overly, you know what I mean? And yeah, just being extra and that, like walk around like this and all that nonsense and that. Yeah, them man there, most of them, they are scared. They're the biggest pussies, you know, acting all tough and that. So yeah, boom. So he's hit my fist hard, and it's just so unnecessary. And so anyway, boom, me and him are chatting and that. So he's like, what trainers? What size are your trainers? Them? I said they're size 8. He's like, size 8, yeah. Boom, I got a pair of trainers for you. You wanna buy some trainers? I'm like, nah, big man, I'm cool. He's like, no, man, they're decent, man. You're gonna like them, innit? I said, big man, it's cool. So boom, so I've gone now to get something from my car and come back. This guy, yeah, he's standing in the hallway with the trainers. He's like, what? Well, you don't want to buy them, no? Fam, if you saw the trainers, like, they were in okay condition, but they were used. The man's trying to sell me used trainers. So I'm like, nah, big man, I'm cool, man. He's like, you don't want to buy them, no? I'm like, nah, fam, some of these people, you have to tell them no 3-4 times, but. So anyway, I start walking around the flat now, and the flat is filthy. So when I go, even on this contract now, I'll go to people's yards and that, and like most people, by my standard, they live dirty. They live messy, they live dirty. But there's another standard of filth. It's where they're so dirty, mental health, yeah? Because a black man that goes to the gym, which means he somewhat cares about himself, should not be living like that. I'm not saying he should be Buckingham Palace. I'm not saying you should be able to eat your food off the floor. But the house was so filthy, I'm like, yeah, mental health. That's why he bangs out gym like that. He's a madman, just, yeah, just all day long and that. He's a madman still. So I'm walking around the yard like, yeah, this guy, I knew he was mad. I just knew it. I knew it looking on the schedule. I just knew this guy's going to be a madman and that. So anyway, I know he's a problematic person anyway. Not to say that I'm not, but I knew he's a problematic person because he told me that someone come, I think the postman come knocking on his door. He didn't like the way the postman knocked on his door. So he had to, yeah, without saying it, he's like, yeah, I had to sort him out. He said, the postman not coming back to ever do that again, trust me. That's what he said to me. I said, okay, cool. Forget that. But yeah, I didn't have no problem with him. But I was just like, yeah, that guy, I just knew it. Like, my JY's intuition kicked in. I just see the name, yeah? Tyrone. I just know he's a madman. Yeah? I just knew he was going to be a black man. I knew he was going to be a bad man. But yeah, man, that's it for today, man. Stay tuned for episode 3. Stay wise. Ton, though.